foreclosures are rising, especially in areas like Texas and Florida. And this is something that I've been telling everyone, yelling. This is something that's going to happen because of the things like property taxes and insurance. Of course, these things will go up, and I've been trying to let everyone know that this was a possibility, and now we're here. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Also, check in the description and pinned comment. I have a newsletter. It will give you tremendous value. And as always, if you have any investment properties, commercial properties that you need financing on, I am a lender. I've been a lender for almost 20 years. I can assist you with that easily. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Foreclosures. Foreclosures are going up slightly and ticking up and up and up. And I know some of the detractors would say,
Orlando, come on, man. Foreclosures, yeah, they're going up, but they're not going up, 2008 levels.
And I'll say, give it time. Give it time. Let things kind of go through the system. We had, 12 plus years of everything going great. Super low interest rates that were, basically free money. Let's let things kind of go through the system and see where we are. But let's just check up on this. It says here, warning signals are flashing for homeowners in Texas and Florida as property taxes and insurance costs spike. Foreclosure filings are on the rise. In some Texas and Florida cities, foreclosures are rising, suggesting early signs of distress in a once booming housing market. The likely reason, rising property taxes and insurance premiums and higher interest rates that make it increasingly difficult for homeowners with a mortgage to sell their properties or refinance their way out of trouble. Did I just read that right? Refinance or sell your way out of trouble. Who wants to do that? Who wants to do that, guys? Do you want to refinance or sell your way out of being in trouble? How about this? How about you not be in trouble financially, period, for buying a house? How about we do that? Nobody wants to say that. I'm going to say that. Look, you shouldn't buy a home if it's going to put you in financial distress. I've done videos where everyone thinks that they can refinance their way out of trouble. And now we're in a situation where prices are dropping on homes, and now you can't refinance yourself out of that overpriced home that you purchased. You thought that, oh man, I'm going to be holding this property for 10 to 20 years. The real estate agent told me, don't worry. Don't worry.
That's a really bad sign.
If I'm not going to ever leave here, I won't have to worry about prices coming down. So you went ahead and did that and bought the home, knowing that you overpaid 50, 60, 100,000 over asking just to win an eBay auction bid. You said,
Hey, I want to do that.
and you did that. And then now that your job is saying, we need you to move across the country, or a family emergency came up and you now have to move closer to your family, or your job is saying, we don't want to no longer do remote work, come back to the office. And then you realize, no one's going to pay what I paid for this property.
So how do I get out of this? I can't sell it for $100,000 haircut. I can't do that.
I can't also refinance it because now the properties are coming up miraculously. Now you go to the appraiser and the appraiser's like, 50,000 less.
No, God, please, no.
Now you're looking at it and you're thinking, but 2 years ago, you gave me an appraisal for the price that I was buying it for the $500,000 I paid for it. And I would say, yes. Did you watch my videos back then?
Like and subscribe.
In Houston, foreclosure filings jumped 37% in the first quarter from a year earlier, according to data from a property tracker. That was the biggest increase among the 15 metro areas with the most filings, followed by Orlando. That would be me. Tampa and Miami. In a foreclosure, a bank takes possession of the property after the homeowner falls far behind on payments. Though filings don't end with a lender takeover. Here is one of the things that I'm seeing happen. Everyone is coming saying, Orlando, if I can't sell the home, is there any way I can pull money out of this? And they're trying to leverage as much money as they possibly can in the form of just a cash out, or they're doing HELOCs. I know. Listen, I don't really like HELOCs. I know you guys know that. And if you like them, hey, great. Good for you. But most people are taking the HELOCs out and they're just sucking all of the equity out of it that will most likely evaporate. And they think it's better having that money in my hand because who knows when I'm going to be able to touch this money again. So they pull the money out and they're paying, guys, listen, 10, 11% on the HELOC money. Because let me promise you this, guys, if you go and you do a HELOC, it's not going to be at 7%. I can promise you that. HELOCs are not going to be at 7% and they're adjustable. Oh man, did I just say that? They're adjustable. Everybody, I know that's a bad word here. Adjustable rates? That's bad. That's bad, guys. But then it goes on to say here, increases in Houston and elsewhere in Texas and Florida stand out because foreclosure levels are down overall in the US. Homeowners have been the winners in this skyrocketing market. But the surprise for some homeowners is those rapidly rising home values came with a price. As you're reading this, do you think that just because they say Texas and Florida and you live in Oklahoma or you live in North Carolina or you live in Georgia, that this won't come to you? You think you're the state that is exempt from property taxes rising. You think you're exempt for insurance going up. You think you're exempt for home prices even dropping.
That don't make no sense.
But isn't the demand down everywhere? Isn't inventory going up everywhere? Yes. Oh, and guess what? Most people's wages are stagnant. It's not keeping up with inflation. Most people don't have emergency savings account. Most people are living check to check. Most people overpay for the home. And then we can go into other categories like fixed income. What's going to happen to all of those individuals when everything's realized and you get hit with a tsunami of,
Oh, I don't have a job. I can't afford this anymore. Property taxes are way too high. Insurance, it's ridiculous.
what happens when all of that stuff piles on? And here's the real question. How much longer are you willing to get nickeled and dimed before you have to make this decision? Before you have to make the decision of either selling or refinancing or any of these things. Now, again, guys, I'm not saying that you should never own a home. I'm just saying be cautious. I'm saying that if you are hearing stories of this right now and you're in a neighboring state and you're thinking, look at those guys over there. Oh man, sucks to be them. But over here, I overpaid for my home and that's never gonna happen to me. Make it make sense. That's all I'm at. Show me the math. That's all I'm asking. So then we take a look at this chart and we see Houston went up 37%, Orlando, Tampa, Miami. Look, California. A lot of you guys send me comments and ask me about this stuff and say, what's happening in these areas? And take a look at it. Yes. We talk about Austin, which is in Texas. We talk about areas in Florida with the insurance. We talk about California and their insurance and people pulling out, all that other stuff, right? We talk about all of these areas. We talk about Boise, which is having a huge value drop. Prices being cut everywhere. This is the funny part, but not so funny, right? It's not. But this is ironic that they're saying this. Homeowners who overpaid during a pandemic boom and used a low down payment loan are getting into trouble. Now, didn't I just do a video on zero down payment? And they're saying that people who overpaid and used low down payments are now in trouble. What about individuals who paid 0% down and are paying for overpriced homes? Now that they don't have to use the money for down payment, they can get the down payment in a form of a second loan. What happens to those individuals? Are they going to be in a worse scenario? This is from a operations manager who calls herself the short sale queen in Texas. Her company helps homeowners sell homes that aren't worth what they owe on them, often requiring some negotiation with lenders that stand to take a loss. This all piles up on homeowners with lower income and those who have stretched themselves financially to get into these homes. The payments are just skyrocketing. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is the reason why my videos, reading in between the lines and you learning things like this will help you either stay out of the scenario or help you try to navigate this crazy housing market, guys. I hope you got value out of this video because we all know that you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get into your first rental property. And guess what? The information you will get from those videos, it will be gold. See you on the next one. Thanks.